Hello, welcome to Ella Cafe, Aligning with Purpose. And so I hope that by the end of this, you will have an idea and understanding of how to use the worksheet. I try to put as many things on the worksheets as possible to help you to just kind of take yourself on a journey. All of the themes that we do are great, but this is particularly to me, I'm really passionate about purpose and helping people to live on purpose and helping people to not be having their identity caught up in the world and allowing other people to define who they are, but really truly being ownership and in the wholeness of who God created you to be. And so that's kind of what we're going to be talking about tonight. The scripture, Proverbs 19:21, many are the plans in a person's heart, but it is God's purpose that propels. And that is, we just have to remember that we've been knitted together and designed by God, and He has a purpose for us. He, of course, already knows what our experiences are, what we would have gone through in life, and how we can serve the world through everything that we've experienced, who we are, and what we've experienced. Even the painful parts of who we are can be used for good, for this world and to help other people. And so that was something that I wanted to do, is take you through some questions to help you to clarify your purpose. Maybe you are in pretty good awareness of it. It's still really good to write it all down again, that you do have a unique purpose that only you can fulfill. And so it's just you being authentically you and really just allowing yourself to answer these things for what you really believe and think, and it will reveal itself. So purpose gives you a focus, and it helps you to be intentional. When you have a purpose, then you're not going to waste as much time, because you're going to know what you're doing and why you're doing it, and it makes life more meaningful. Also, when you have a purpose, you won't get sidetracked as easily, and you'll make progress toward your goals, and progress where you feel like you're moving towards something in life, instead of like you get to the end of your life and it's like, what happened? Where did time go? And everything that you do as you're living your life should be an expression of your purpose. That is how on purpose you should be living. So when it comes to determining your purpose, it's always going to serve others in some way. For sure. So if you're feeling like, as you're going through this, that you can't really understand how you can connect it to others, then it might just be that you need some healing in some areas, and then you still have to get to that next level, and that's okay. Just start with wherever you're at. We've been talking a lot about personality, and within your personality, if you know your 4-letter personality, then there's some combinations that out of those combinations, you're either a worker, entertainer, relator, or I put relationships, or a thinker. And so depending on your combination, so I just have you kind of start there just to remind yourself, like, this is the role that I play in the world. And that's an easy one to kind of start with. If you don't know anything about personality, I do have another video on the Ella group that you can find. It's called Naturally You, Your Personality DNA. So then it's very important for you to know who you serve. So generally you can figure out like what people you kind of serve. So I put some on there, and then I also left some blank spaces for you to fill somebody in. So somebody mentioned community was one for them that they wrote in. I thought that was a great one that I had not thought of. But for me, there's a couple of different people that I serve, like the Who. I serve women, entrepreneurs, and God-centered people, and also broken people. And so yours is going to look different, and that's what's great about our purposes. And as we sat there tonight, it was so amazing to see how everybody's were so different and unique and valuable, all in their own way. The next question is, how can you serve them? So what are your abilities, your talents, your education, and your experiences? How are you equipped to be able to serve those people? And what can you offer to them because of what you have experienced, what your education is, how your giftings are, what you're talented at, what you're good at, what you have built skills in? What is that? Why do you want to serve them? And what is the result that you hope for through serving them? And coming and really looking at that really helps you to understand the heart behind what it is that you're doing. Because why, when you know why and you put a why to it, it's always more meaningful. And next is, what impact does helping these people make in the world? And this is a big question to help you to answer your purpose. What is meaningful to you? Because things that are meaningful to you have something to do with your purpose, I guarantee it. And this is another big one that will help you to identify your purpose. What do you want to see change in the world? Whatever it is that you're passionate about changing definitely has something to do with your purpose. And it usually aligns with your talents and your passions and your experiences. It's really cool the way it all works together. Like you're this perfect masterpiece of a puzzle that's very complex, and it's hard to imagine that something that seems so random in your life actually fits your purpose perfectly. It's really incredible and inspiring. So the next question is, what are you aiming for? What's the goal? That is the goal for you. So you really need to know like what that little goal is. So this will always tie into your purpose, but it's always good to know what is that next big goal that you're working on. And so for me, I am working to launch a big mastermind. And so that's my big goal that I'm focusing on. And so then what I ask you is, how does this goal align with your purpose? And this is really important, because if your goal is not in alignment with what you think your purpose is, then maybe you've gotten off track a little bit, maybe you've gotten distracted, maybe it's something that you have to take care of before you move on. But I would think that everything that you're doing that's a big goal in your life should be leading you somehow to your purpose. So I want you to make that connection. So for me, it aligns with my purpose perfectly, because it would be me working with people to help empower them so that they can shine their light in the world and make a difference. We're going to try to unveil a couple of things about your identity through this process. So I want you to be really honest when you're going through it, as far as just whatever comes to mind, just write it down and let it flow. Don't hold back and be vulnerable, because it might reveal some wounds that you still have. It might reveal some places that you have your identity in the world, and you are looking to the world to make you feel secure and safe and happy and content, whereas that is where we're supposed to be letting God play that role in our lives. And so anytime we're letting the world do that, then we aren't really in alignment ourselves. And so we're trying to kind of identify that. So picture that you are this golfer, you're standing on the tee, you are now taking aim at this goal. And then I want you to think about the people that are standing around the tee looking at you doing this. And then you take the shot and you make the goal. You do it, you've prepared, you've done everything that you need to do it to your big goal. And now you are experiencing that win of making that one goal at that hole. Basically, once you get there, I want you to really visualize what that's going to feel like when you get to that goal. Write it down. Write down those things. So for me, with my goal of launching this mastermind, I'm going to feel relief that I finally was able to accomplish this bigger goal in my business. And so then I ask, what is going on internally when this happens? So really just thinking about what kind of thoughts are you having? So this is where you can kind of reveal some of that identity in the world, which I'm still struggling with this. And so I'm going to tell you, I would be thinking, I did it. I finally accomplished this goal that I've been working on for a really long time. And then I thought, I would wonder, did people notice? Like, do people realize like I just did a big thing? The next one is, what is going on around you? What acknowledgement are you looking for, and how does it impact others? So this is another one that's going to reveal to you what is it that you're kind of looking for from the world to kind of fill you up. And then also making sure that what you're doing is actually impacting others positively, and it's not just something all about you. And so what I put is that that it would make me feel worthy. And again, that's something that I kind of need to deal with, because I should feel 100% worthy all the time because of God, and I don't. In a good way, the way that I can impact people is that others could be motivated by my success. So then think about, what is it that's behind you? So now that you have reached that, what is it that you are able to leave behind when you now that you're moving forward in this way. And so for me, I'm leaving stress behind. What do you gain by hitting that goal? And that's really important for you to really think about, what are the rewards that you're looking for. And for me, it would be money, freedom, respect, and time to sow into other new things. And then who does it impact and how does it impact? It would impact all the women that I work with, and they would be able to make their businesses grow a whole lot exponentially. And then my family, it would absolutely impact my family if we had that other money and freedom and different things for me. And then of course it would impact me, and most importantly probably it would impact me because it is something that I've worked a really long time for and toward this goal. So it's really important to me, and it will be very impactful to me and my esteem and my confidence. So lastly, I ended with this little thing says our identity drives our actions, and this is just that whole reminder and talking about, we want to make sure that we really have awareness about where our identity is, and if we are looking to other people to make us feel secure and happy. We of course need to find that in ourselves, but most importantly we need to seek that in God. And so that is something really important, and these questions on this page are all about trying to identify those areas of weakness. So are you focusing on fulfilling your purpose and serving the world, or are you seeking the world's approval? Be really honest with yourself. Identify areas that you're seeking something from others, because again, whenever we're looking to other people to fill us up, then that is an area that we need to work on. What fears are you allowing to keep you from your purpose? So you might kind of know what you really want to do, but maybe you've been afraid to step out. Maybe you've been afraid to really start taking action to do the things that you know you've been called to do. And the enemy loves to use fear to hold us back. So identify that. And what is one thing that you should be doing regularly that is in alignment with your purpose? Just pick something that you should be doing, maybe a habit that you should be doing. And I said that I need to meditate more. I need to listen. And what is one action you commit to take? This is a big one. This is your big takeaway. What is one action you commit to take that is living in your purpose? So thinking about all of those things, what is one thing that you can start doing that would be living in your purpose? And for me, I said that I was going to start doing Facebook Lives because it's really terrifying to me to do, and I just started doing them like a week ago. But it is a way for me to encourage and love on people, and it would also move my purpose forward faster. But the biggest thing that I put on here about the Facebook Lives is to be really real and vulnerable, and not try to feel like I have to be perfect all the time, and let people see the imperfect me, which is hard because I tell people about my flaws, but I do that so as almost like a guard, so that nobody can complain about who I am, because it's like, I told you that about me. So anyway, we all have our areas that we need to work on, and I'm going to end with this quote: the key to unlocking effortless success lies in the goals that you choose to pursue. The more your goals are aligned with your purpose, the more fun that you will have, and that is so true. And the more easily you'll achieve the success that you desire. And that's a quote from Jack Canfield. But most importantly, you need to know what your purpose is. You need to align yourself with your purpose, with your actions, and know where you're going, what you need to do to get there, what is the plan, and you need to act. You need to step out, and you need to start doing something to move toward your purpose.